more like a kinetic disaster.
Sam, what are you talking about?
Energy. Potential energy and kinetic energy, to be exact. It's science.
No, I'm pretty sure it's clumsiness.
Well, energy is the ability to move or cause change in matter, and there are all kinds of it.
I don't know, Sam.
Let me explain. The movement of my hands is kinetic energy, which is caused by movement. It's energy in use. When my hands hit the glass, the kinetic energy from my hands released the potential energy of the glass.
What's the difference between kinetic and potential energy?
Potential energy is the possible or stored energy something has. When an object isn't moving, like the glass, it's got potential energy. Things like how high up the glass is and how much mass the glass has can make its potential energy more or less powerful. Kinetic energy can release that potential energy.
So when you hit the glass, you turned its potential energy into kinetic energy.
Exactly. Potential and kinetic are the two types of energy, but energy comes in many different forms. Like sound, the energy of vibrations within matter. When the glass struck the floor, crack! It sent vibrations through the room and created sound.
Is sound kinetic energy?
Yup, sound is the movement of vibrations through matter, so it's kinetic. The music, the chatter of the other diners, even the clinkety-clank of the plates and silverware.
All sound.
Speaking of sound, know what sounds good? Food.
Hey, food gives you energy, right?
It does. There's thermal energy and chemical energy in a plate of food.
Really?
Yeah, thermal energy is heat, and it's kinetic. It's the motion of atoms and molecules in matter. When we touch the food, the heat is transferred by conduction from the hot food to our fork and mouth. The steam is thermal energy being transferred by convection into the air.
That's a lot of kinetic energy.
Definitely. The food also stores chemical energy, potential energy in the chemical compounds that's waiting to be released. When we eat the food, our body burns it and releases the chemical energy stored in the food.
When you burn something, doesn't that create heat?
Yeah, when chemical energy is released, it turns into thermal energy. Cars work the same way. They burn fuel and turn it into thermal and mechanical energy in order to run.
Seems like some types of energy are connected.
All energy is connected. It just keeps moving from place to place. There are more types of energy that we haven't even talked about yet just in this room.
More?
Oh, yeah. Electrical energy, radiant energy,
Whoa, one at a time. I know electrical energy. That's what we use to run appliances and lights, right?
Yup. Electrical energy is the movement of electrons through the world. It can be transferred into both radiant and mechanical energy.
Is radiant energy like light?
Exactly. Radiant energy can be light from the sun or any other light source. And electrical energy is connected to mechanical energy too.
How?
Well, electric motors transfer the electric energy into mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is then used or stored in moving gears, axles, wheels, or other parts. It can be potential energy, waiting to be used, or kinetic energy when the parts are in motion.
Geez, Sam. Energy may just be the ability to move or cause change in matter, but it certainly takes a lot of different forms. Whether it's matter in motion, like kinetic energy, or potential energy, stored, ready and waiting to be used, there's no escaping it. Energy is absolutely